So as you know, we had just gotten a 0.5 percentage point rate cut from the Fed. It's supposed to lower interest rates, make lending a little more affordable for businesses, consumers. Now we have a strike. A lot of people are saying that the timing is politically motivated, but from what I understand, the end of the contract, 6-year contract for the previous 6 years, ended on October 1st anyway. So I don't know if the timing is politically motivated or not, but if it's time to renew, it's time to renew. And I'll say it, I agree with them, the union. Man, the foot has been on all of our necks so long that we actually accept what we're being given. Complain about it, gripe about it, but nobody ever does anything. This is really the first time that I've seen a logistics agency, union, with so much control over how the country makes its money, the GDP and things like that, make a move in the interest of the workers, not the shareholders or the business owners, CEOs. So I got to give them credit for having the balls to pull off a move like this. Does it hurt everybody? Yeah, it will hurt everybody. But on the other end, we were already hurting, eating on one-a-day rations. It's good to see somebody stand up and fight. Maybe that'll inspire other industries to do the same thing. I heard the airline agency did. I don't know anything about the backstory on that. But if your pilots ain't gonna fly the planes, well, looks like your shareholders are gonna have to take a cut. Looks like CEOs won't be able to buy that yacht this year. This is good to me. This is a good thing. I don't think that this is a bad thing whatsoever. We've been going through hell. It's been since the pandemic, one failure after another that's been taxing our wallets and slowly putting everybody into a cycle of poverty that they'll never get out of. I mean, they have a whole video pages dedicated to homelessness, living in your car, how to do it, repossessions. That dude out of Cleveland is getting famous off of doing repossessions. So a whole sub industry has popped up for taking things away from people that, one, they couldn't afford, but two, they can't afford because of the economic situations that we all find ourselves in. My hope is that this amount of pain is something that people learn from. Will they? We already know. As soon as some money comes, they'll be back spending it on frivolous shit. But there are some that are actually learning the lesson and will be financially responsible. But they need to get a chance to be financially responsible. And that's not happening. Tech layoffs. There used to be a time where you say, okay, I'll go learn Python and Linux, C++ and networking. That ain't gonna do you no good now. They don't need you. They're all getting laid off. So, if they want to automate the ports, the cranes, the trucks that pull the drays, the little kiosk that you go in and come out and put all your information in, if they want to automate all that, it's going to put all of those longshoremen, port workers out of work eventually anyway. Why not stand and fight like a man? Because it doesn't matter, you're going to fight one way or the other. It's just, are you going to fight on your feet? Or are you just going to fight a couple more years until you're the one standing on the median asking for change? Then you got to fight the other bums out there. I've heard about the bum wars. You can't set your tent up over here. This is our river. This is our little plot of land. Yeah, a couple of episodes of bums have even made it to the first 48. Yeah, it gets real in bum world. So, man, I support them. Because maybe if they show the backbone that everybody else is afraid to, since it affects everybody, maybe some of the benefits will, I guess, trickle down, for lack of a better phrase, trickle down to everybody else. Or at least show everybody else that, hey, win or lose, we going all out. Because it's gotten ridiculous. And if you think about it, this is the most passive, probably the last passive thing you can do before something really kicks off, because it shows that everybody is at a breaking point. Like, hey, we can't survive not one more day, one more week like this. So we're gonna do this thing in terms of striking to give you a chance to make this right. But let's suppose I'm multi-billionaire, half percenter, and I'm like, I don't care about none of that. I got enough money for you to shut the port down for a year, long enough for us to get AI and drone operations going on in there. We won't need you. Well, that opens up another can of worms now, doesn't it? Because then you have a breakdown, societal breakdown, that puts everything at risk. But because these guys have built bunkers and live offshore in other places, doesn't really affect them. So they are insulated, right? I mean, think about it. If I got $400 billion, do I need to make another dollar for you to be okay? No, we can shut it down. We can shut it down for 10 years if need be, and let you guys fight over the scraps. And those of you who survive, once we come back and save the day by opening up a new place for you to be able to survive, you'll be grateful to me. I think there was some Russian Tsar that did just that. I think the people were complaining about him, so he left for a while, let everything fall to shit. Shit got so bad, they was like, where's dude at? Dude pops up like savior of the day, completely transforms and runs everything. I think I got that out of 48 Laws of Power. And I was paraphrasing. But it's that tactic. Let it fall to shit. What do I care? I'm good. you'll be begging for me to come back. Isn't that what they did with the police during those little situations? They pulled them back. I was like, all right, you don't want cops. Let's see how you do without cops. Shit got crazy. It got crazy. It mellowed out on its own, but you know, there's still pockets of crazy. To the point to where people are like, well, damn, where's the cops? That's exactly what they wanted. That's what you would do in a situation like that. You don't like the way I'm putting it down, let me just stop completely. And because you don't have the capacity to do it for yourself or are afraid to, well, you deal with whatever's coming after that. Then once that pain start coming through, you'll be begging for me to come back. But when I come back, it'll be on my terms. That's what I think the billionaires are going to do, that are in control of these organizations, that control these industries, that have these unions. Think about it. They go on strike. They get what they want. Okay, cool. Everything seemingly goes back to normal. But if I'm a billionaire, I'm putting things in place for the future that when the next time they try to pull this shit, they won't have a leg to stand on. Did we learn that from UPS? Oh, highest paid in the industry, major raises. They're gonna get all of this. What they do, turn around a year and a half later and lay off all non-essential people and make the people that they have there work harder for the money they just got a raise for. Yeah. So, I don't think we're planning long-term enough. We're definitely not in the mind of a billionaire. Because like I said, if I'm a billionaire and I'm on some devious shit, oh, this will be your last strike. This will be your last strike because, yeah, we got a contract, let it ride for the next 6 years, but in that 6 years, you try to pull a strike like this again, I'll get rid of all of you and won't need you. And you can go and figure out what you're going to do with the rest of your life. Because that won't matter to me either. So, at least for now, I think it's a good move. But they're going to have all of these contracts being rewritten. There better be a contingency plan for the 6 years after that. And I don't mean the same shit neither. I mean, you better really have some people that are irreplaceable. Things that you just can't, you know, oh, well, we just can't get automation to take that over. We actually need these people for this, or, you know, things kind of stop. And since everything's interconnected, it would have to go throughout the economy that way. And a lot of people just don't have knowledge and skills to adapt to this economic revolution we're going through, because that's what we're doing. We're going through a revolution, and that's why you hear all the crying and complaining. It ain't good enough just to go to your warehouse job, clock in, do a 30-minute lunch break, go back to work, and make a living. Now you got to actually be useful. I mean, if I'm a billionaire and I want to get rid of so many people on the planet, easiest way to do that is to have things that only useful people can do in order for them to stay. And everybody else, well, we'll let them eat each other. So, that's where I'm at. Let them do it. It shows backbone. Harold, the boss of whatever union, corporation, ILA, has got balls. Gutsiest move I've seen in a long time for any agency or corporation or union like that that's got so much power, that uses it. Very gutsy move. But I would say to Harold, if I was talking to him, is, yeah, I hope you get what you need, but you do know that it ain't gonna be over after that. You do realize that it is a you versus them, that they will definitely come up with a contingency plan for over the next 6 years to where it puts you in a position where you'll never be able to do that again. Don't we all do that in our personal lives? What makes business any different? Anyway, hunker down. Storm's coming. I'll talk to you.